Welcome to the AWS Summit in Berlin. I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Basil Fatin. I am the Principal Startup Advocate at AWS for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. I'm very, very honored and very excited to be here with you today because we have over 100 incredible sessions that cater to an entire spectrum of technological proficiency, whether you're super technical or super non-technical. But today, we are going to begin by talking with startup founders. So, just so I know who I'm dealing with, please, if at any point in your life you are a startup founder, or you are currently a startup founder, or you've ever thought about starting a startup while sitting at a cubicle, please put your hands up. Okay, fantastic. So today, we have 2 stories for you and 3 guarantees. They're the only 3 guarantees I can give you on your startup journey. The first, and this is amazing breaking news, so I really want you to pay attention, okay? Having a startup will be the most challenging, brutal, grueling, and nerve-wracking process any human being can ever go through that will test the limits of your psychological and emotional capacity and the very fabric of your human spirit. And that's when things are going well. Now, Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn, he describes starting a startup like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute and having to build another airplane on the way down before you hit the ground. Having gone through the process myself, I can say it's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the middle of a tornado while wearing a blindfold. I just ran into someone a few days ago called Gunther, and he said that starting a startup is like driving down the Autobahn on a unicycle, dressed in your father's clothes. Now, clearly, Gunther has some serious issues he needs to work on, but the point is, it's very, very hard. At some point, you may find yourself screaming at the sky, "Why, God, why?" That's perfectly normal. We call it phase 3. Now, why would anyone on earth, in their right minds, choose this path? Why? This would terrify regular people. But I'm judging the fact that you're all still here, that you're not regular people. Startup founders are built different. The fact that you're here means that you've decided to venture out into the unknown and carve your own path, driven by the need to prove what's possible, and probably something personal and valuable to you that gives you energy. This is Luli. She's my daughter, and I love her more than anything in the world. I really, really love this little girl. A few years ago, I was a startup founder. I was a solo technical startup founder, and I worked really hard, and then things started to go really well. Our MVP got traction, we raised funding, I hired 5 incredible people. But I was still in the early stages, and I was trying to do everything myself. I wanted to control everything. I thought that that's how I do everything perfectly. So I was working all the time. I was working at the office, and I was working in my office at home. And one day, while working at home, my wife comes into the office, and she says, "Don't forget about the super duper pancake race. It's this Tuesday at Luli's nursery." And I hear those words, and my heart skips a beat, and I feel a deep sense of dread deep in my stomach, and I'm covered in cold sweats. Now, the reason I feel this way is because this wasn't my first super duper pancake race. I went to the pancake race the year before at my daughter's nursery, and when my wife told me about it, I thought, yeah, sounds like fun, pancake race at the nursery. You know, we're going to play some games, eat some food, joke around with the other parents. It'll be fun. And I showed up, and I wasn't taking it seriously. I was dressed in jeans and stuff, and they called me up to the first race. Now, in case you're not familiar with what a super duper pancake race is, it's a race. There's one for the dads, one for the moms, and every 3 group of dads, they get into the race. Everyone holds a frying pan in their hand with a pancake in it, and they have to race with the pancake in the frying pan, and then there's a spot on the floor you have to flip the pancake in the air. It has to land back in the frying pan. You sprint till the end, come back, flip one last time, and sprint till the finish line. And the one who wins, then all the winners compete against each other. And then finally, there's one winner of the super duper pancake race. So I was like, cool, it'll be fun. I get called into the first race, and I lose instantly. I'm out from the first round. And I go to the side, and I pretend like I'm happy and smiling and watching the other dads. But inside, I'm fuming. I feel so bad. I did not expect it to hurt me this bad. I felt embarrassed and humiliated in front of my daughter and everyone, but I just put on a happy face, but inside, I felt terrible. And I pushed this feeling deep down inside and forgot about it. Until a year later, when my wife came and told me these words, and everything came back out. And then suddenly I'm in fight or flight mode. And I start to think of an excuse, and then I remembered something. I have a big meeting the next day on Wednesday. We're pitching to our first enterprise client, and I wanted all the time I needed to prepare for that. And I remembered that, and I instantly said, oh, wait, it's Tuesday? Oh, no, baby, I'm sorry, I got that big meeting the next day, and it's that enterprise thing, and I have to prepare for it. I wish I could make it, but sorry, I can't come. Now, my wife is very smart, and she knows me extremely well. So she didn't argue. She said, okay, yeah, you don't have to come. Just let Luli watch all the other dads who showed up for their kids. Let her watch them, and it's fine. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure this is not going to affect her in the future in any way. And she closes the door and goes outside. And I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you put this on my plate? Why would you make me feel guilty like this? I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got a big meeting. Entrepreneurs go to big meetings. This is what I'm supposed to do. Why would you put this on my plate? And I just tried to forget about it, and I focused on my work, and I couldn't focus. And then at some point, I stopped, and I was like, man, what are you doing? You've been through so much. You've gone through so much adversity and challenges, and you've climbed corporate ladders, and then you've jumped out and you've started your own venture, and you built a product, and there are people using it, and you raised funding, and you've got a team, and you've got investors and clients, and you're afraid of a pancake race? Really? And what about Luli? What if, in some way, this does affect her, The fact that her dad didn't show up to this race, what if it does affect her relationships in the future? I can't risk that. I love Luli. I'd never do that to Luli. So I made the decision. I'm going to this pancake race. And not only am I going to this pancake race, I'm going to win this pancake race. Now, I had two big challenges ahead of me. First of all, I did have a meeting the following day. And then I realized, well, maybe this is a very good time to start letting go a bit of that control and trusting these incredible people that I've hired. And I talked to my head of sales, and I told him how we're going to divide the responsibilities, and he was overjoyed that now he actually had a real big responsibility, and he went off to do his work. And now I had the second big challenge. How the hell am I going to win this race? I lost so quickly and so brutally last time, and now I want to win. So I started to play back the races in my mind from the year before, kind of like a classic World Cup. And I kept seeing them play out in my mind, and then I realized something. Everyone who was winning the races, it's not that they were fitter or faster, but they all figured out a trick. They'd never totally stop to flip the pancake. They would just slow down and flip it while crossing so they wouldn't lose momentum. And because they had momentum, the pancake was moving with them, and that allowed them to have a head start on the others. And everyone who was winning the races had figured out this trick. And now I had figured out this trick. So for the remaining days, what I did, I'd show up to work, I'd go out in the middle of my team, I'd rally them, I'd divide the tasks, get everyone excited, go back into my office, lock the door, and take out the frying pan that I brought with me to work from my bag. And I had a little pancake I had prepared, and I'd start to flip the pancake every day for hours, just getting used to flipping it and it landing in the middle. And then how am I going to stand? How am I going to run? How am I going to stop? How am I going to turn? I kept practicing and flipping and practicing until finally we arrive to the day of the event. I arrive early. I'm in a full-body Adidas tracksuit. All the other dads are like coming up to me and joking. I'm not answering them. I'm like mean-mugging them, trying to psych them out. And they're all like, what's wrong with Beslan? I don't care. I'm here to win. And I go to the beginning of the race, even before anyone's called. and then the race starts. The first race, I win. The second race, I win. The third race, I win. And now I'm in the finals. I'm in the final 3 of the super duper pancake race at my daughter's nursery. I've got this in the bag. And now all of the 3 and 4-year-olds, they're cheering. And I'm like playing off the energy like Hulk Hogan. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling it. They're feeling me. Everything's going great. I got this in the bag. I get called up to the final 3 race. We begin, and instantly, me and one of the other parents, we get a big head start from the third. It's me and him. We're frying pan to frying pan. We reach the part in the middle. We flip. Our pancakes flutter in the air like pigeons, land back in our frying pan because he knows the trick too. We go to the end, turn, come back, flip, frying pan, pancakes. Now we're in the last 30-meter stretch, and I'm giving it everything I've got. I'm running at 1,000% of my capacity. And then I realize 2 important things. First, my frying pan is now a good 3 inches ahead of the other guy. I'm in the lead. I'm in the lead, and I'm going to win the pancake race. And then I realize the second thing is that I'm not totally vertical anymore. I'm now starting to become very much horizontal. I had forgotten about a little thing called gravity. And I'm a bit sentimental, so I'm glad that they captured the actual moment when I realized, oh, I'm no longer running now. I'm in the process of falling. And I fell hard and long for what seemed like 3 hours. Do. And the frying pan is smacking me in the face, and I'm tumbling and falling, and I smack into the fence at the end, and everyone goes on their feet, and all of the kids start to clap, and all of the parents clap, and I get up, and I'm all cut and bruised, and I'm cheering, and I get the second place at the super duper pancake race that year. And it's the only time they printed the second place certificate due to my efforts. And that night, I'm putting Luli to sleep, and I tell her a story, and I'm covered in cuts and aches and bruises. And I ask her, Luli, did you see Baba today? You see how I was winning those races? And she says, yeah, but Baba, you fell. And that's why you shouldn't have children. It's just not worth it. I'm joking. She did not say that. But she told me she was proud of me, and she fell asleep. And that evening, I hung up the certificate of my second place at the Super Duper Pancake Race. And until now, it is the only certificate I have in my office. Despite many other awards and accomplishments, this is the one I have hung up to remind me. And later that night, I aligned with my head of sales. He did a tremendous job preparing. We went the next day, did a fantastic pitch, but we didn't get that contract. But we learned just enough to tweak things, and the next time that we pitched an enterprise, we won that contract. So, like I said, having a startup is very difficult. And it's hard to put into words really how challenging and ambiguous it is. But startup founders are built different. Where other people see uncertainty, we see possibility. Where other people see risk, we see reward. Where other people see problems, we see and create solutions. We're not afraid to move out of our comfort zones, not afraid to face our fears, and not afraid to fall. Because if we fall, we know that we're going to get back up, figure out what went wrong, improve things, keep going, and moving onwards and upwards. And now the second guarantee I can give you is that despite how challenging it is, there will be incredible and beautiful moments that will more than make up for the tough times, and there will be experiences of true transformational growth, because it is the most transformational experience also that a person can have. You're building solutions at scale. You're changing people's lives at scale. No matter if you're B2B or B2C, you're solving problems for many people from your efforts, and in turn, it's transforming you also as a person, as a professional. And that is an incredible privilege to have, this transformation. And number 3 is I can guarantee you that every step of the way, AWS will be with you and behind you. When you're figuring things out at the beginning, what's the most important thing? you want to build something that validates assumptions. Should I go down this road? Should I invest more time? And this is where we help you build an MVP, have enough credits to experiment freely without worrying, have that technical assistance to figure out what's the easiest way to validate my assumptions quickly and without risk. And once you've done that, you're growing, and now you are able to expand your product, expand your offerings, expand your solutions, and then we provide more technical support, more credits, more help in going to market with our go-to-market support, our co-selling support, and then you need resources, you need connections, you need funding, you need mentorship. The Startup Loft and the other programs then help you level up whenever you need to level up. We are there to help you level up. And in conclusion, AWS, most people think of it and they know it as solutions and technology. And there is incredible solutions and technology. But the real value is when you understand that it's the technology in combination with the people support you get. On behalf of everyone in the AWS startups team, we understand the journey that entrepreneurs go through, because we ourselves have been part of this journey. And we are there to power your solution, but also empower you as startup founders to focus on what's important: your customers, your business, your team, and the occasional pancake race. Thank you very much, and please help me welcome to the stage the second story of Sergey and the 1-inch network.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. You can hear me, right? So, okay, very nice. Because I cannot hear myself, so maybe the technical team can improve the boxes. So, hi everyone, once again. My name is Sergey Kunz. I'm a software engineer, software architect for 18 years, and I'm co-founder of 1-inch Network. And I have the pleasure to stay here on the stage and to present our story. 1-inch Network became in just 2 years a unicorn. And yeah, this is our story. 1-inch Network. 1-inch Network is seamlessly unites decentralized protocols, empowering users to perform efficient, user-friendly, and secure operations within the Web3 space. So we are Web3 blockchain technology startups, and actually a little bit more because we have also like decentralized autonomous organization behind us, and a lot of different teams who are participating in our decentralized project. We have built over the 3 years a lot of products. Like we started with the aggregation protocol. We invented a decentralized venue for trading in fully permissionless and trustless manner, which will very soon improve the traditional financial space, I'm pretty sure. So we are building self-custody wallets, and we are working also on institutional products. And this is the data. Today, we keep aggregation market share over 70% right now in the market. We have 80% of limit order protocol, which is kind of a decentralized order book. We have 4.5 million of unique wallets using us. Sounds not that much compared to Web 2. The market is still small. But these people generated from 2019, when we started, 330 billion of US dollars of volume, traded fully in permissionless manner and trustless manner on our smart contracts and protocols. We have more than 180 core contributors. Core contributor is kind of a freelancer who is contributing to the decentralized product. And we are handling 1 billion requests a day, API requests a day. So, and how this started? We started on a hackathon back in 2019. Hackathon is a competition between hackers, programmers. We call them hackers. So we are builders who were traveling with my co-founder, Anton Bukov. We were traveling around the globe, building a lot of things. And every hackathon, something new, and we started just on the hackathon. We didn't prepare anything before. So, and that's me, not this guy on the mattress sleeping. I'm this guy who is sitting in the back. With the blanket. It was the second sleepless night on the hackathon. So I didn't sleep over the weekend. 56 hours. Woke up Friday in the morning, and I went to bed on a Sunday late evening. So in the second night, my body stopped to warm up anymore. So I had to find a blanket to improve this. And all the energy drinks are not mine. So normally you don't make it to sleepless nights with coffee or energy drinks, just water and motivation, of course. So how that works on a hackathon? You come to the hackathon, you're speaking with a lot of people to get some feelings what you should build. There are a lot of sponsors, and you think about okay, what could kind of be the burner here on the hackathon to win the main prize, to win the sponsor prizes. So and I was walking through the Ethereum hackathon. I was speaking with a lot of people. I found Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum. Actually, I met him like 15 times already. He should know me, but every time when I meet him, he asks, "Who are you?" So it's really funny. But anyway, I got really helpful feedback from him, and I explained like we are going to build something like a trading venue where you can get the best rate by not spending time and kind of money to find the best trading venue. Because like also in traditional finance, you have the problem that the liquidity is distributed, you have a lot of exchanges, and we wanted to build something highly efficient. So I explained, he was not really excited, it was not very deep technically, it was like something what was simple but useful. He said like, just do it. And I was like speaking with more people, with Hayden Adams, for example, from Uniswap, who invented Uniswap. Also not really excited. He said like, sounds reasonable, just do it. But one guy said on the hackathon, the organizer, Liam Horns, said like, it sounds really amazing. If you can do that, I would like to see it at the end of the hackathon, how that works. And at the end of the hackathons, he said, guys, I need to sit. This is the next big thing. And I didn't trust him. Because like no one was excited. We didn't win anything except a small $300 from one of the sponsors, and I was able to pay my airplane ticket back to Stuttgart, to Germany. So yeah, we didn't trust them, but it went very well. So regarding the hackathons, we were traveling around the globe. We participated at least on 17 hackathons. These are not all. We won main prizes also in Stuttgart, for example, from Daimler. We won the mobility prize. We built a smart mobility car based on blockchain technology. And yeah, 1inch was built on ETH New York in May 2019. The core product is the swap. So it looks like a normal exchange interface. You choose what you have, what you want, and you can easily exchange in very short time. And you don't have to give your money to someone. You don't have to trust anyone because you can verify here. When you sign a transaction, you can verify what you're signing. And based on the implementation of smart contracts, you can be sure that it will be executed how it is written in stone in a smart contract. So under the hood of this simple user interface, user-friendly interface, we have built the first version of the algorithm which just did a distribution among decentralized exchanges and offered you the best execution just on one market. Just you exchanging USDC to Ethereum, you get just only this liquidity source and markets offered by using specific algorithm which we came to. So it was like in a hackathon in the first night, and my co-founder like offered actually just to find one exchange to exchange. Like to offer the user to exchange, and I said like from the gut feeling, it doesn't make sense. There are a lot of exchanges, and if you exchange a little bit everywhere, then you get the better rate. So if you exchange 200 millions of US dollars to Tesla stock, it makes no sense to go to Frankfurt exchange, right? So you just use multiple exchanges, but in the traditional world, you cannot execute atomically, you cannot revert part of the transaction if you don't get the proper rate, and that's why we have built on Ethereum, and Ethereum offers really huge opportunity to do that. The second algorithm, the current algorithm which we have is min cost max flow. We use multiple markets. We use, like in traditional world, you would exchange maybe US dollar to euro to Swiss franc to Singapore dollar and then buy stock, yeah, to achieve the best rate. We are doing this on the blockchain. And you see on each of the jumps, we execute on multiple liquidity sources. And if something goes wrong, we can revert part of the transaction, maybe the whole transaction, if the user don't get the proper rate. So our story behind the brand itself, like how we came to the unicorn. So the thing is, I was speaking with Hayden Adams, who invented the Uniswarm. They have like this nice unicorn, and after the talk, I thought like, wow, why not unicorn? It's a really cool one, but we shouldn't copy Uniswap at all because we are different. Our DNA is different. We are hackers. We are someone who love to compete, love to deliver, and to deliver like beasts. So my whole life, my whole professional life, I was working until 10, 11 p.m. I was working overnight. I didn't sleep two days at peace sometimes because I had to deliver, and I did it. And this is how we are. We are someone who deliver and perform like as much as we can. So that's why our unicorn is kind of focused unicorn, like beast unicorn who delivers. The why 1 inch? I am a fan of Bruce Lee. I do martial arts my whole life. I have second belt in second brown belt in Shotokan karate. I have a blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I offered to Anton just on the hackathon we should use 1 inch because Bruce Lee invented this 1 inch punch. It was executed from 1 inch distance, like 2.5 centimeters from the opponent. And he punched people away with high efficiency. And because we invented something what was really high efficient to these days, and still nowadays as well, I offered to call it 1 inch, and yeah, it's additional benefit. We got kind of good place on alphabetical sort. We are number one, always. So normally, after the hackathon, we stop to work on the project. We deliver on the hackathon like fully production-ready application. One of the hackathons we invented, for example, fully decentralized streaming platform and payments based on kilobytes you got from the streamers. So people got paid by kilobytes. And we didn't continue to work on that. And similar here, we built something nice, but we didn't continue to work on that. And like 2 weeks after, Anton called me in the night, like super surprised, and said like, Sergey, we have volume. And I asked, where, what? And she said like, at 1 inch, we have volume. People start using us. And we didn't get it like at all, why people start using it. And they just shared the link to the website, which we have built over the weekend. And yeah, people start generating volume. And you see here, at the beginning of 2019, you don't see almost anything because it was like not huge amount. It was after 1 year, 40 millions a month. Nowadays, we handle 300 to 500 millions a day of US dollars in volume. I already said fully trustless and permissionless. We don't touch the money at all because it's fully done through smart contracts. So, and on huge events like USDC DPEG or some drama, like FTX drama, for example, we get more volume. So USDC DPEG was around 4.5 billions of US dollars in 1 day. It's really huge. So we were just simple guys. 2 software engineers working full-time for like day jobs, and had only the nights. I had my daughter and my ex-wife, which decided that I should leave. And I was living in the office like for 1 year with no shower, and had my daughter to 50%, and just was sleeping 1 year on a air mattress. And we tried also to travel around the globe, and we decided to like make it more fun to work with the community. We had no budget for marketing at all. We created a Twitter account, and started to work with memes. Yeah. Anton is very good in this. So you see here, it's a nice example, like 2020, we generated in a month 40 millions, and joking about VCs, because we were not able to collect any financial round. We were just simple guys who didn't know how to raise at all. Of course, we had some competitors, and competitors, yeah, these guys are not existing anymore. This one is existing. And we were just joking about them because we invented something and they started to do the same. They tried to copy us, and but it's okay. We are hackers, and we loved competition at all. And we couldn't believe that it's happening with us. People start trading millions of US dollars in one single transaction, achieving best results by using our algorithm, our smart contracts. And how we got the first funds, it was the community. We participated on kind of crowdfunding platform, Gitcoin. For each dollar from the community, you got $7 from sponsors, like Ethereum Foundation. And one guy did a mistake and sent us 50K. And we asked them, guys, we should give it to you back because it's a lot. He said, like, guys, I had fat fingers, so it's a typo, actually. I wanted to send like 5K. But it's OK, you deserve it. And we were really happy. We did this nice meme. Meanwhile, in one each garage, we were really happy. And we did something with this money. We hired more people. We added, who added a lot of value to this project. And into this time, we were just 2.5 men. It's our version of 2.5 men. So Anton, my co-founder, me, and our advisor, Michael, who helped us with algorithms and some other things. But I and Anton, we were working the nights those days. How I said, we couldn't raise. It took 1 year. It is 1 year of pitching. I did, at least in my life, 1,000 pitches. And I learned that if you keep pitching, keep improving, analyze the feedback, then you make it every time better. So at the end, we were able to raise 2020 $2.8 million of US dollars. And after that, kind of we got huge demand. So at the first raise, it was like really long time. And one of the VCs came and said, like, guys, we are really impressed. You're 2.5 men. You're generating hundreds of millions of US dollars of volume with almost no costs for marketing and everything. We are going to invest. After that, it was kind of icebreaker. We collected 12 millions after 2 months. And we were able to collect 175 millions 1 year later to build an institutional product based on the DeFi technology. We have a lot of partners. MetaMask is using us. Actually, MetaMask did a lot of money by using our APIs. They didn't pay anything because we're offering it for free. Zero on Stripe is one of our partners as well. Trust Wallet is using us. A lot of other people and projects as well. And nowadays, we are more than 180 people. We love to onboard more core contributors. So if you are looking for Web3 space, you're welcome. We have a really nice environment. And I would like to thank to AWS, because without AWS, we wouldn't be able to grow, to scale, to be able to deliver 1 billion requests a day. And this is really huge benefit to work with AWS. They come and say how we can help you, and they help. Yeah. So we have only 4 people on the DevOps team. Just imagine, we deliver 1 billion requests, API requests every day. We have really very complex algorithms which use a lot of CPU power and a lot of servers. We have, I guess, around 400 servers or something. So, and only 4 people managing it, because AWS offer a really good service, a good team who support you. And it's nowadays also beyond the technical support. We get also additional support in terms of partnerships, introductions. It's really great. So it's a pleasure to stay here. Thank you very much.
Can we have one more round of applause for this amazing story from Sergey? Amazing. Look, we love to work with people like Sergey and the 1inch Network. There is a reason why over 80% of startup unicorns are on AWS. There's actually over 200 reasons, but you'll learn more about them throughout the day. What I'll ask you to do, if you can sign up to AWS Activate, start bringing your idea to life. Sign up to Startup Loft, to start connecting with the resources you need to reach the next level, whether it's as community or connections or know-how. And finally, please connect with me on LinkedIn, reach out to me. I'm here to help, and I cannot wait to see what you make. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.